the church daily, such as should be saved, right? Okay. Yahweh added such as should be saved. They weren't saved yet, but as should be saved. Okay, how about that? And then when you go to, of course, you got to read this one. We read it all the time in the Masharah Yasha'Allah. But just to show you, get some understanding here, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desired. Who's not desired? Well, we're the Hebrew Israelites. They don't desire us. They don't look at us as Hebrew Israelites. They look at us as niggas, spicks, and wetbacks. Okay? They look at us as African Americans, all these different titles they give us. But they don't look at us as the Hebrew Israelites. Before the decree bring forth, the day pass as the chaff. See, come together before the day pass as the chaff. See, before the destruction. This is what the Mosiah is saying. Okay? Before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you. See, before that, so COVID-19 is part of that fierce anger. But it's coming upon some of our people. Why? Because we're not coming together quick enough. So the Mosiah is going to bring his prophecy. The Mosiah's prophecy is not going to stop. We have to come together, okay? In the midst of these tribulation times, we got to come together in Yahushua and then turn to the Mosiah, okay? So it says, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you, seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. See, we, as Hebrew Israelites, wrought the judgment of the Most High, because why? We sinned. We sinned. We're the nation that sinned. The other nations didn't sin, because they're not the chosen. The only nation that sinned against the Most High is a nation that the Most High gave his commandments to, and his laws and statutes. Who was that? The Hebrew Israelites. To the Most High charged us with sin. He charged them, they're the heathens. He don't charge them with so much sinning. He charged them as just being heathens. They're the Gentiles. So we're the sinners. So judgment is upon us. Okay? Seek ye righteousness, seek meekness. That's what we're supposed to seek. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid, see, in the day of the Most High's anger. And how are you hid? Well, you're only hid in Yahushua. Okay? And how are you hid? Well, you hid because of his grace and his mercy. If Yahushua didn't have that upon you, then maybe you would get COVID-19 and die. But we got to remember there's going to be other plagues and pestilences and death and destruction that's coming. So you might have missed COVID-19, but there's something else coming behind that. So you got to remember that too. So what does that mean? You got to stay, again, instant in prayer. You got to be instant in prayer. So you can be hid in Yahushua, so when the plagues come, it won't affect you or your family. This is what Yahushua is teaching us. Okay? Isaiah, then you go to Isaiah 11, right? Isaiah 11:11 says this. Okay? It says, Isaiah 11:11, it shall come to pass in that day, see, future prophecy, right? That Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. Okay, the second time, all right, to recover the remnant of his people. Okay, we came out of Egypt. Okay, we came out of Egypt as the Hebrew Israelites, and the Most High recovered us and delivered us out of bondage. So the Most High is going to do it again the second time out of modern day Egypt and recover his people and redeem us out of this house of bondage. Okay? Which shall be left from Assyria. See, we're in all nations, right? We're in Assyria. We're still in Egypt. A lot of our people still in Africa. Okay? There's over 3,000 tribes in Africa, and most of them is us, Hebrew Israelites. So we got to understand that too. Okay? We're the Hebrew Israelites. All over the place, scattered. Okay? Left from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. See, we're everywhere, scattered everywhere. Okay? And then Yahweh Shah said he's going to recover us the second time. Okay? And deliver us. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble, listen to this now, assemble, okay, the outcasts of Israel. See? So we got to assemble ourselves together. That's so important in these last days. If we don't do that, then what are we doing? If you don't do that, if you're not about assembling and coming together, how are you going to be an Israelite camp and you're not going to want to know, come together or network or communicate with other Israelite camps? You got these Israelite camps that isolate themselves away from other Israelite camps, don't salute another Israelite camp, understand, don't communicate. How the hell are you going to do that? What the hell is going on here? And so this is why we got problems. And this is why you see the Most High is bringing the plagues upon Israelite brothers who know the truth, the Israelites, and he's bringing that plague upon them. Okay? It's obviously they deserve it, or else the Most High wouldn't have brought it upon them. Okay? And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble. And the ensign for the nations is what? The Bible. Okay? Okay, the truth out of the Bible. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts. You're the outcast now for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together. See, gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. We're the dispersed. He gonna gather us. So it goes to show you the so-called white man that called himself a Jew, he can't be the Jews. Okay? We're the ones dispersed and scattered throughout the earth. Okay? This is what the Bible is teaching us. So we got to understand that. So gathering together, assembling ourselves. Okay? Again, Isaiah 45:20. Again, it says, assemble yourselves. Okay? Assemble yourselves and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations. Again, there you go again. We're the ones escaped of the nations. They have no knowledge, okay? So you have to read the rest, but you get the understanding. We're the ones that are escaped of the nations. But the Most High said, assemble yourselves, okay? Again, Jeremiah 8:14. What is the Most High saying? Okay, Jeremiah 8:14. Okay, it says this. Why do we sit still? Yeah, why do we sit still? Okay, what the hell are we waiting on? Okay, why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves and let us enter into the defense cities and let us be silent there, for Yahweh our power hath put us to silence and given us water of gall to drink, because we have sinned against the Most High. See, we got water of gall, bitterness. Okay, this captivity that we're in America and so forth is bitter, isn't it? See, water of gall. He shut you up. What can you say now? You can't say nothing. Because why? We're in captivity under our enemies. You have no power. You have nothing. You can't even fight the COVID-19 off. So what are you talking about? Shut up. This is what the Most High is saying. Shut up and follow the instruction. Assemble yourselves. Okay, assemble yourselves. Okay, this is what the Most High, and come together. This is what he wants to do. Okay? And then the 15th verse says this. We looked for peace, right? We looked for peace in America, but no good came. So all that civil rights movement, all that, and peace and so forth, and we shall overcome, it never happened, didn't it? It never happened, because Moses said no good's going to come. Okay, not in America. And for a time of health, and behold, trouble. You thought you were healthy. Next thing you know, you got heart problem. Next thing you know, you got high blood pressure. Next thing you know, you got tuberculosis. You got asthma. You got bronchitis. You got all kinds of diseases, right? Sickle cells, cancer, AIDS. See, you said in a time of health, behold, trouble. And then you had all those things, and here come COVID-19. That's going to add to it. And there you go. See, time of trouble. So you can't get away from it. The only way to get away from it, we got to return back to Yahweh in righteousness. That's the only way. What Yahweh has shown us. It's coming down to that. Again, Ezekiel 11. Okay, Ezekiel 11:16. Here's what he says. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, although I have cast them afar off among the heathen, okay, we're among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, and we're amongst the countries, Yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Little sanctuaries. You understand? Little sanctuaries. So who are all these Israelite camps that got thousands and thousands and thousands of members and then sold out to the white man? Sold themselves for millions of dollars. Okay? Moses said a little sanctuary. This is what he's looking for, little sanctuaries. Little sanctuaries in Yahushua. But we become as the sands of the seashore, which cannot be numbered if all these little sanctuaries come together, assemble ourselves together in Yahushua. This is what the Mosiah is saying. So it's high time for us to begin to do that, right? Okay, 17th verse. Therefore say, thus saith the Most High, I will even gather you from the people, see, and assemble you. So you're going to assemble us out of the countries. So you think you're going to assemble here in America. We're not going to assemble here in America as one nation. Okay, because the Most High don't give a damn about America. Okay, we're not going to assemble here. Now, we can come together. We have the summits, the Marshall Allah summits, and so forth. For a time, we can come together and network and communicate. But as far as people, it's not going to be here in America. It's going to be in Zion. Most I got to get us out of here and bring us back to Zion, Jerusalem, Israel. But first, he's going to get us out here and bring us back into the wilderness. Because why? The Mosiah got to purge out the rebels. You're going to have rebels that are going to be delivered from America, and they're still going to be rebels in the wilderness, just like coming out of Egypt. Simple, man. It's simple. Okay? They're going to need death. Okay? So Mosiah says, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. See, that's how we're going to get the land of Israel. Okay? We got to go into the wilderness first and be gathered together, begin to keep the commandments. We got to go back into the bond of the covenant. Okay? And then the Most High going to redeem us and bring us back into Israel. And a lot of us are not going to make it out of the wilderness. A lot of us are going to be put to death. Okay? And then, let's see. Okay? Then the 18th verse says this. And they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence. See? So all the abominable thing that you had in your mind and so forth, most likely going to take all that away. Okay? What you thought you had in America and so forth, all the idol gods and all the holidays and philosophies, most likely going to take all that away. This is why he got to bring us into the wilderness first, then march us into Zion. Then we're going to march into Zion with a two-edged sword. Okay? 19th verse. It says, and I will give them one heart. See? One heart. I mean, in one mind. This is why we got to come together, one mind. Not where you have some brothers who are into the lunar Sabbath and the 7-day Sabbath and then the resurrection, and then some brothers don't believe in that. And then, you got all different types of philosophies and so forth within the confines of Israel. See, Mosiah said one heart. And I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of the flesh and will give you a heart of flesh. See? And then you're going to walk in the Most High statutes, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances and do them. And they shall be my people, and I will be their power. Okay? The Most High will be our Yahweh. Okay? So we have to understand it. Again, okay, Joel. Okay, the second chapter. What does the Most High say here? Joel 2:15 says this. Blow the trumpet in Zion. See? Blow the trumpet in Zion. Now it's time for us to blow the trumpet in Zion. Okay? Sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly. Understand? So when you sanctify a fast, it has to be in one spirit. You can't sanctify a fast. You got brothers thinking all different kinds of things, different kinds of philosophies, different kinds of doctrines. You got brothers who committed adultery and fornication, and now you're going to call a fast. Okay? So it has to be a fast on one accord. And we're to do it in righteousness. Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly. See? Again, solemn assembly, come together, gather the people. Okay? Sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders. See? Gather the children and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber and the bride out of his closet. Okay? So Mosiah is saying, come together. Okay? And blow that trumpet in Zion. That's why we got to look towards Zion now. Okay? Got to remember, Zion is a destination and a place, as well as the Hebrew Israelites, as well as the people. Okay? We, the Hebrew Israelites, is Zion, and of course, Zion is a place. Okay? Mount Zion is the mountain of the Most High. That's the tabernacle of David. That's where the Most High dwells at. And that's what he teaches us. Okay? Again, Micah 2:12 says this. Okay? I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. See, I will surely, meaning what? The Most High keeps his promises. He's going to surely do it. If he came out of his mouth, you read it in the scriptures, came out of his mouth, it will surely happen. So we got to begin to work towards that. And that's what the Masharah Yasha'Allah is all about. Coming together like that. Okay? We know we got differences, but we come together. And then we begin to try to solve the differences. Not isolating ourselves away from one another. That's stupidity. Okay? I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put together as the sheep of Bozrah, as the flock of the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. How about that? Okay? That was Micah 2:12, the 13th verse. The breaker is come up before them. They have broken up and have passed through the gate and are gone out by it. And their king, okay, their king, who is our king? The Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? Any brother, all these brothers call them, give themselves titles, the king, the comforter, the general, this. And the Mosiah said it's the Mashiach Yahushua, their king. Okay? And their king shall pass before them, and Yahushua and Yahweh on the head of them. So Yahushua on the head of them. See? So this is Micah 2:12 and the 13. That's talking about the Mashiach Yahushua. He's the head. He's the general. He's the king. Okay? And if we let Yahushua be the king and follow the instruction, see? So then it's going to be more of a benefit for us. Understand? But we make it difficult when we go astray from Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? Okay? Again. Okay? Micah. Okay? Micah 4:6. You go to Micah 4:6, it says this. Okay? In that day, saith the Most High, will I assemble her that halteth, okay, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted. See, that's Israel, right? Okay? That's Israel. That's us. And I will make her that halted a remnant. See? So our people that halted, we're going to become a remnant, and her that was cast afar off, a strong nation. So we're going to become strong, but only in Hamashiach Yahushua. That's the only way it can be done. Okay? And her that was cast off, a strong nation, and Yahweh shall reign over them. See, Yahushua. Yahweh and Yahushua shall reign over them. So we got to understand it's the Mashiach. See, you got these camps putting up brothers, bishop this, and general this, and comforter that, and all this. Oh, it's madness. That's madness. It's the Mashiach. This is what we got to look towards. Okay? It's the Mashiach Yahushua. Shall reign over them in Mount Zion. Where? Not in America. Nowhere else, but in Mount Zion from henceforth even forever. Okay? The 8th verse. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Okay, so the kingdom of heaven is meant for us. Okay, but we got to understand that Hamashiach Yahushua is going to be the king. He's going to lead us into the kingdom, and we got to understand this. Okay, and that was okay. So we're going to keep reading, right? It says 7th verse, and I will make her that halted. Okay, and let's go to 8th verse. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem. Okay, now why dost thou cry aloud? Is there no king? See, we have Yahushua. So what are you crying for, right? In thee is thy counselor perished, for pangs have taken thee as a woman in travail. Yeah, so now we're in pangs. Because why? We're not following Hamashiach Yahushua. All right? We got to do what the instruction, what Yahushua set forward for us to do. And if you don't follow instruction, just like your mother and your father, they gave you instruction on what to do as you were growing up. And if you didn't follow the instruction, you made it bad for yourself. Same thing. Okay, we're making it bad for ourselves. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion. See, labor to bring forth. Be in pain. So Yahushua now wants us to be in pain. He wants us to go through trials and tribulation. Okay? It says, wide is the way that leadeth to destruction, and narrow is the way that leadeth into the kingdom. Okay? Trials and tribulation. Be patient in tribulation. Okay? Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. See? For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. And now, bring up to date, we're in Babylon the Great. Okay? There shalt thou be delivered. So we're going to be delivered out of Babylon. We're going to be delivered. Okay? There's going to be a remnant that's going to get back into Jerusalem, Israel. Okay? It's going to be like the government is going to be set back up. Okay? That government is going to be set back up. And then the ones of our people that are scattered throughout the region of the earth, the angels are going to come and deliver us out of that condition. Okay? So the angels are going to come to America and deliver the remnant of our people out of America. Okay? Yahushua is not coming over here. He's just going to command the angels to deliver us. He's not coming over here. What are you going to come over here for? Okay? And so that's what's going to happen. So it said, there, okay, out of Babylon shalt thou be delivered. There Yahushua shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies. See? Out of Babylon the Great, talking about America. Okay? Now also many nations are gathered against thee. See, all the nations are against us. Okay? The elite of this society put that COVID-19 in your community. They are against you. They are against you. Okay? So you got to understand that. And they will continue to be against you because they know who you are. And we have to understand as a people, they know who we are. Now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled. See, they're saying, let you be defiled. We don't care if the black man is sick. We don't care if the black man, black woman is sick and got tuberculosis and diseases and cancer and AIDS and sickle cell and all kinds of diseases. And now you got COVID-19. We don't care about that. This is what they're saying. Okay? Let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. See? And all nations look at our shame. Look at how embarrassed we look and how our shame and how stupid we look and foolish we look. Why? Because we went against the Most High. Okay? And they look down upon us. Okay? So we gotta redeem ourselves in Hamashiach Yahushua. But they know not the thoughts of Yahweh, neither understand his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. And they're going to be shocked when Yahushua come and only deliver the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negro, West Indian, Haitian, Puerto Rican, and the remnant of our people. They're going to be shocked. Because all these old Christian white folk and so forth, and the other nations think they Christian and Roman Catholics and so forth, they think they're going to be delivered. They're not going to be delivered. Okay, they're not going to be delivered. They're not going nowhere. Okay? It's only what the scriptures say. It's only going to be Israel. Okay? So they don't know the thoughts of the Most High. They think they do, but they don't. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, see? and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. So many people are going to be beaten pieces. Okay? We're the Lord's weapons of war. Okay? We're his battle axe and weapons of war. So we're going to beat down these nations, okay, that came against us. And I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto Yahweh of the whole earth. Okay, so their substance is going to be consecrated. So the Most High going to bring back our riches, okay, and we're going to take it back from the nations. What the Most High is saying, okay. Acts 2 and 1. Okay, last couple of scriptures. Acts 2 and 1 says this. Okay. Acts 2 and 1. Okay, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. See? So when did the disciples get the spiritual power? Was it over here in the strange land? No, they were in Jerusalem at the day of Pentecost, meaning the first fruits, the high holy day of the first fruits. They were on one accord. They all believed in the same thing. So we got to understand how the power is going to come. It's not going to become, we're all divided up in Israelite camps all over the place and scattered all over the place. We got to be as one accord. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. See, that's how we're going to get the spiritual power. When we're in Jerusalem in one accord, we have to be in one accord. How's the Most High going to give spiritual power and the Holy Spirit to a rogue Israelite camp who's against all his brethren? How's that going to happen? That's not going to happen that way. Okay? So we have to understand that. Okay? And then when you go to Acts 15:25, it says this again. Okay? 15:25 again. It seemed good unto us, being assembled with one accord, to send chosen men unto you with our brethren Barnabas and Paul. So it seemed good unto us, being assembled on one accord. We got to assemble ourselves in one accord. And then this last one here, Ephesians, right? Ephesians 4 and 1 says this. Ephesians 4 and 13. Till we all come in the unity of faith. See? Till we all come in the unity of faith. See, it has to be the unity of faith in Hamashiach Yahushua. Okay, on one accord. And of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High. See? Till we all come in the unity of faith and the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, which is Hamashiach Yahushua. So we all got to be on one accord in Hamashiach Yahushua. It has to be that way. It can't be no other way. Okay? Can't be no. You can't get to the Most High except you have faith in Hamashiach Yahushua. That's why we say Yahweh Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushua. It has to be in Yahushua. Okay? So till we all come in that knowledge of Hamashiach. So you may say you're an Old Testament Israelite, but ultimately you got to come into that knowledge of Hamashiach. Okay? So we have to understand that. All right? And as we finish this, okay, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of Hamashiach, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Yahushua. Okay? So with that, I also want to say Yahweh Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushua. And we got to come together. So the Most High has shown us we have to come together in righteousness. Okay? And showing ourselves more as Hebrew Israelites, assembling ourselves in what Yahushua wants us to do. Okay? This is what we must do. So I just want to say Yahweh Bahasham Yahushua. And all praises to you, Hamashiach Yahushai, Mosai Yahushai, and Kwam Yasha'Allah. Hallelujah. This is Elder Barak from the Mashra Allah. Okay. Shalom.